Hello everyone, this is Cindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the first of my spring decor DIYs using items found at the Dollar Tree. If you can't find any of these items at your Dollar Tree, you can look at other craft stores or even Walmart. The first thing I'm doing is removing the hangers from these two vertical love signs and also removing the galvanized metal hearts from each one. You can use a little bit of sandpaper just to smooth out the area where the heart was glued down. Next, I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. I buy this at Walmart, and I'm just carefully painting two coats of this paint on my signs. I'm trying really hard not to get paint in the little grooves that make this look like pallet wood. I'll do this on both of my boards and do 2 or 3 coats until I can't see the red letters anymore. I did get a little bit of paint in the grooves, so I'm just taking a Sharpie marker and going down those grooves to make them stand out more. Here you can see I'm trying to get that center groove where the two boards will come together, also with the Sharpie marker. Here I'm just trying to visualize where I'm going to put the welcome metal word and my metal planter. Next, I'm taking more Waverly chalk paint. This is a light gray called Mineral, and just very lightly dry brushing to give the wood an aged look. Let me take a second here just to thank you again for being here today and to ask you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that like button if you want to see more spring DIYs using easy to find items from the Dollar Tree and other craft stores. Using some of these large popsicle sticks, I'm going to join my two boards together by gluing these to the back. As you saw from the thumbnail photo for this video, both of today's DIYs have a floral or greenery theme. Let me know in the comments what other types of decor DIYs you'd like to see this spring. I decided to cover up the wording on this metal planter. I'm using my burlap ribbon with the white lace and just tacking it in the front and wrapping it around. I wasn't too worried that you could still see the words because I'm going to be adding a bow to the front. Here I tried to add a piece to make like a tail for the bow, but I ended up not liking it and taking it off. This metal word, welcome, was at the Dollar Tree in the fall. It came in a pack of 3. This was one of the words. If you can't find this though, you can just add the word welcome the same way I'm going to add the other words. Here I'm just adding some jute twine that you can also find at the Dollar Tree, sometimes in the hardware section, sometimes in the craft section, just to make a hanger, as this will hang on my front door. I decided I wanted it a little more decorative at the top, so I'm gluing a end of the jute twine and I'm going to wrap it around multiple times until I like the look. This is a great way to add wording to your DIYs without having to worry about your handwriting. You can Google any phrase and then find it in Google Images. Scribble with your pencil on the back, and then when you trace it, it will leave an imprint on your decor piece that you can trace. I'd love to know if any of you have tried this method before of adding wording to your decor. I'd love to know what you put it on and where you find your words. Now I'm using a Painter's brand paint marker that I purchased at Walmart, and I'm going to be able to just trace the pencil lines that I just made. I love these paint markers. I use them all the time, and they are the best quality, the ones that I find at Walmart. Next, I'll take a little bit of hot glue and attach my metal planter to the bottom of my sign. I wanted it all the way at the bottom so that I could have this stand up on a table if I didn't want to hang it. And next we'll add some floral foam into the bottom and then add the flowers. I had said in a previous video last week that I think I'm going to do navy and kind of a burnt red with maybe a teal as my colors for spring. So I was really happy. I already had these flowers from last year from the Dollar Tree. And I decided I didn't need any floral moss because you couldn't really see the foam. And you'll see in my final project I did add a little bit of white baby's breath, so it wasn't just all blue. For our next project, you'll need these items also from the Dollar Tree or similar items you can find. I only wanted to use greenery in this DIY, so I tried to find picks from Dollar Tree and Walmart that had a lot of green. I like how this sign looks like 4 planks of wood attached to each other. So I'm going to start by taking my Waverly chalk paint in black and just going over where the 2 pieces of wood would join together. You'll see what I mean. To make this board look like wood, I'm going to try Mod Podging some craft paper to the board. Here I'm using a paper grocery bag from Walmart. Dollar Tree also sells rolls of craft paper you could use. Trace around the outside of the sign, and then I'm using a ruler to show where the 4 different pieces of wood would be. Next, cut them out and cut them slightly smaller so that when glued down, you will see that little bit of black in between each plank. I'm fairly new to using Mod Podge. I'd love to know what projects you have used Mod Podge on and how you like it. Next, I'm cutting the hanger off the wood heart, also found at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it a coat of a dark gray called Mineral. And now that the black paint is dry, I'm just squirting some Mod Podge on my sign and spreading it all over. And then I will lay down the 4 pieces of craft paper to look like wood. As you lay each piece of paper down, go ahead and smooth it out with your fingers so it will adhere down and get out any air bubbles. Like in the first project, I want this to look like individual pieces of wood, so I'm taking my black painter's marker and just going down those lines. Once it's dried, we'll put another layer of the Mod Podge on top, and this will just seal our paper to the sign. While that's drying, we'll go back to our wood heart, and now I'm going to do Waverly chalk paint in white. You might be wondering why I didn't just do the white, but I wanted to give the heart kind of an old look. So once the white is dry, you'll see that I will sand it a little bit, and this dark gray will show through, making the wood look weathered. And back to our sign. Now I'm taking gray again and just dry brushing on our wood planks to give them again that weathered wood look. The paint ended up a little thicker in some places than I wanted, so I just took some sandpaper to soften up those lines. And here I'm sanding around the edges of the heart and a little bit in the middle as well. To add my wording to this DIY, I'm using the same method that I did in my first project. I love how simple and easy it is to get nice looking wording on my DIYs. The next step is to hot glue the heart to the wood sign. And now it's time to decide which greenery or flowers, if you choose to do flowers, you want to do around the heart. This step probably takes the longest of the entire project, but you can make it look however full or sparse you choose. I decided to cut the little ends off of each section. I thought it would lay better on the wood. I have to say, I'm super excited how these first two spring DIYs turned out. I'd love for you to tell me what types of DIYs you'd like to see from me in the future. For the last step, I'm taking this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree and just hot gluing a piece of it to the back as a hanger. This step is optional. You totally could leave it without a hanger and just have it leaning against a wall. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Please hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Here are some other videos that you may enjoy watching next. See you next time. Bye-bye.